Second cast of the morning.
I like it. I like it.
Purple, purple, purple.
So, should have been here yesterday, folks. It was beautiful, 40 degrees. There was no snow on the ground. But you know what happened last night? We went to the Syracuse game. They beat North Carolina convincingly for the first time in 5 years. And guess what? We got a steelhead on his second cast. You know what that means? It's winter steelhead time here in upstate New York. And we're about to find out what we got here.
No means a trophy, but a great start to the morning. There we go. Hey, coming over.
Just like Syracuse was 5 for 10 in the last 30 seconds at the free throw line last night, we didn't get this fish on the first drift towards the net. But you know what matters? We got it, just like they won. And we're about to see. Did you say another purple fish?
Another purple.
Purple spawn bags have been the key.
Look at this one.
Look at this.
That one.
Hey, this boy. Now that boy ate a full meal at Delmonico's last night. Look at him. He might have been there with us. Look at that thing.
Right at me. Ooh, smoking me. Oh my God, he's smoking me.
Is he going downstream?
We're on here, man. Brutal, 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 brutal wind right now. You're lucky if you get a couple drifts without cleaning out your guides. Ready, Troy?
Almost. Yep.
Oh God, nice fish. Might get a chance at him right here. And just like that.
Woohoo! Beautiful Salmon River steelhead. It's a male. Just starting to color up a little bit. Beautiful fish here on the Salmon River in February. This one ate a blue spawn sack and Atlas Mike's netting.
I hooked it right down there by that log, just like you told me they were laying.
The guide knew what he was talking
The
about?
guide knew what he was talking about.
Man, he must have been here before.
You know what they say? Sometimes even a blind squirrel finds a nut.
There you go.
Right.
Sometimes I get lucky.
This one's close. You're close. See the float right there. This fish is not done, folks. I also see a smile on Steven's face for the first time since I brought him his coffee this morning that he forgot, because we're in the only spot on the river that is blocked by the wind, let me tell you.
This is a toad.
We want to stay here all day. Let's see what happens, folks. Right into the net. Beautiful Salmon River steelhead.
Woo!
Got it.
That's a big one.
Biggest one yet.
Yeah.
So just going to talk a little bit about what we did today on the Salmon River in upstate New York. Steelhead fishing here. It's Valentine's Day, actually. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I personally utilized a center pin setup with a center pin reel and a custom built 13-foot float rod. That's not totally necessary. It's just how I prefer to fish. Troy utilized an 11.5-foot spiral wrap bait caster with a 200 sized bait caster reel. So every day when I'm guiding, I utilize spinning rods with the same float setup. But so where I'm getting at that is, don't feel that you have to fish a center pin to catch them on the Salmon River. It's just what I prefer to do. But like I said, Troy had a great day today fishing a bait caster setup. Now a little bit about what we were actually using today. Today in the boat we had both premium trout eggs from Pautzke's and also boraxo fire cured steelhead eggs. Some of the different colors we used today. Today we utilized some colors that most people would have found to be interesting or odd, unique. Blue, purple, and white were our three best. I did catch a beautiful fish on red, which is a little bit more standard, you know, for anglers from the Pacific Northwest or other Great Lakes states. But here on the Salmon River, red is a really unique color. However, blue, purple, and white are becoming absolute staple colors for me day in and day out here fishing for steelhead in the Salmon River. And a little bit about our terminal tackle, we ran 8 or 10 pound main line. That's totally up to you. With a 6 pound fluorocarbon leader today. We're using a size 8 shrimp hook. And on that, we're using our spawn sacks. I personally, I've talked about this before, but I'll show you one more time. When I take my spawn sack, I personally like to hook the spawn sack through the bottom of the netting, trying to pierce no eggs when I hook the material. I want to keep that spawn sack as round as I can for as long as I can, while leaving the hook point exposed. I find that when you do this, you have fewer false strikes, or when you get a bobber down and you pull back and you get fish comes up shaking its head and it gets away. By keeping that hook point exposed and not buried in the egg sac, you have something that you can drive the hook home when you set the hook.
It didn't float 5 seconds.
Be careful, he's alligator rolling you pretty good.
That's all right. We'll pull him over here to the softer water.
Oh,
wait a minute. You've been demoted. Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't gotten a lot of practice.
Look at this beautiful fish. I hooked it. It started alligator rolling. Thought I was going to lose this one too. Came back into shape. And hey, I caught this one on white. Boy, I just put on another bait right after that last fish. Fish on again.
What color was it?
White. It was another white one. This is a lot bigger fish.
So one of our good buddies, who I will remain nameless, told us that when the water is low and clear, you have to use white. I'm not so sure Steven wants everybody to know that, but all of a sudden white is also working on the Salmon River. So let's go. So far, purple, blue, and white have been the colors today. Probably a lot of colors a lot of people don't use. Most people are big on, you know, orange, on pink, on chartreuse. Not today, folks. Look at the net job. Hey, awesome. Listen, Casey told us years ago, it still remains true. You are the net man.
I just need a little practice. I was getting rusty.
Another beautiful female winter steelhead here on the Salmon River.
This is my kind of fishing.
Whoa,
oh, boy.
Baby. We want this one, Chris.
You saw it?
Jumped. It's a really nice one. Man.
Round two, here we go. A batter.
Got it. Oh, boy.
I regained my title.
Beauty.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's red. Not pink, not orange, red.
I don't think I have ever heard anybody say the word red. Even the Godfather, Troy Creasy, never heard the red out of him. But look at this. That's what it spelled. Victory. You gotta love it. Today's episode of Pautzke Outdoors comes to you from upstate New York, where we're on the heels of a major victory. As a matter of fact, the first victory in 5 years over a top 10 program by the Syracuse Orange. Now guess what? Steven and I have been lifelong Syracuse fans. Those of you that know me, my dad grew up in upstate New York, so I have a legitimate reason to be one. Steven lives here. We both bleed orange. Guess what? That was a fortunate win that we hope we're going to see more of. One thing we do know, we weren't fortunate to catch a lot of steelhead today. We were just good. And there's always a good amount of steelhead here on the world famous Salmon River. It's one of the best places to catch steelhead in the country. So we didn't need lady luck. We just needed good bait. We needed a good guide. We needed a good drift. And guess what? We got all of those in one nice drift here from Altamar, New York, all the way down towards Pulaski. Now what we did today is we focused on having an arsenal of bait. And you'll see a mix of Boraxifier in the boat. You'll see a mix of premium trout eggs in the boat. And you'll see almost every spawn sack color known to man. Now all these are 3x3 Atlas Mike spawn netting. We caught fish on the world famous blue, made famous here on the Salmon River, as well as the new purple. We caught fish on white. We even caught fish on red, which almost never happens simply because it's not one of the popular colors here. But like Steven said, sometimes you got to try something different and you'll get bit just because it's something that they have not seen. Now, yesterday, there was no snow. Today, there's snow. Tomorrow, we don't know what to know. But today was a great day where we went 6 for 6 on our drift. We had a great time and we enjoyed some of Oswego County's finest salmon fishing here with guide Steven Shen on one of the most famous rivers in the Great Lakes. Folks, if you're looking for steelhead, Salmon River belongs on your list. Pautzke products are available at sporting goods stores near you. If you can't find the specific color, size that you want, make sure to go to Pautzke.com. And as a thank you for watching Pautzke Outdoors, we're going to show you a coupon code to be used for 10% off your next order.